Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Atypical Bites. Today, I'm guest Ansh, and I'm filling in for a certain someone who's missing, a certain Jay Reddy.
Full government, you know.
Government.
Might have to
Oh,
bleep that in the
oh yeah,
edit.
we're not meant to
We
be
might
doing
have to bleep
that.
that in the edit. That's right, that's right.
Exposing his, put his
He's not
national
here.
insurance number out. But yeah, anyway,
Funny
theme
than
of-
Jay. Like 2 seconds into the episode.
the theme of today's episode is interesting facts, and we've all brought a few interesting facts to the table. I
Tried
can
to,
start
at
with
least.
mine. Tried to, in Massam's case. I can start with mine because I'm a physicist. I've come with loads of physics facts.
Yeah.
So they'll
It's
either
crazy that's really crazy.
It's almost like Massam said that.
strange. Strange how things worked out, innit?
very weird. But yeah, let me start with mine. So let's get into some science. So you know how water has different energy states, right? Like water, like the lowest energy state of water is ice. Well, the same thing can happen with the universe. The universe has cooled down a lot. It's very cold right now. We think it might be at its lowest energy state, but there's a chance that somewhere out there, a random point of the universe has collapsed into a low energy state, and this bubble is emanating from there at the speed of light, completely overwriting the universe, and it could be heading towards us right now, and it could immediately just wipe us out and destroy us, and that would be the end of everything, and we wouldn't even realize. So that's something to look forward to.
That's one way to start. I like it.
We're off to a cold start. No, it's not hot start, it's a cold
I like
start.
that, I like that. Imminent
fucking
death
scary.
and despair, bro. My favorite topics.
Yeah.
Let's go.
It could happen in 2 seconds. It
That's
can
like
happen.
that's like the what's it the combustion thing?
Spontaneous combustion.
Media
What about-
spontaneous combustion. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the same ethos.
You, you can actually simulate this with, like, if you get like a clean bottle of water, like one that hasn't been opened,
I've
put
seen
in
it.
the freezer, right? Yeah, you know. You take it out, it's called super cooled water, and you put it in the freezer and it's like still liquid, but then you bang it on the table and all of a sudden the ice will spread out like a bubble. The whole thing will become ice. It's a bit
Too
like
many
that.
TikToks. Too many TikToks.
That is a
I was just like,
funny
yeah,
thought.
let's do my PhD, and Hush was like, yeah, TikTok.
Some say modern knowledge, you know,
That's
modern way of
facts,
learning.
that's
Honestly,
facts,
That's true.
that's facts.
Wild. That's crazy scary though, man.
Right.
that is impeding thought. You ever get those? You ever see those? Like, it's a quite common now. Like rendering these crazy renders people are doing of like a gigantic shark eating you and stuff.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
World-ending
You know what I'm
events,
talking
innit? Yeah.
World-ending events. Like these people
Yeah,
are
yeah.
rendered in, and it's just like, what would you do in this situation? You're like,
What the
just
fuck
die
am I
in
meant
it.
to... Literally,
What
bro.
you gonna do, bro? Like in the rendered videos, they got like some alien that teleports in and like flipping yeeting Statue of Liberty, and you're like, what are you gonna do?
What are you gonna do?
What are you gonna do?
Fucking-
You ever
what are
watch
you
those
meant
kind
to
of
do?
videos? You ever watch those videos and get like cold chills?
Mm,
Not
Nah.
really.
Nah.
Because it's 3D
I'd
rendered.
say
Thanks,
for, like-
so great. That was really good input. That
I'd say for, like, you know about Yellowstone? Like
Sure.
Yellowstone going off and like
Yeah.
how that would fuck everyone over. Like
Yeah.
Mm,
that gives me chills because like we would suffer through that.
yeah.
With this thing, it's like all of a sudden you just stop existing. So like, why even worry about it?
Momentary. Very quick,
Ah,
yeah.
just like what we were saying in the last episode about getting yeeted. If you don't see it coming, you're not getting yeeted. It's fine.
Exactly.
If you don't realize you're getting yeeted,
Wait,
you're not
what are
getting
you
yeeted,
talking
do you know
about?
what I mean?
What are you talking
He's
about?
still on the plane, bro. He's still on the Lufthansa plane. You know, like
Oh,
seeing
yeah.
you.
About the shotgun, the guy with the shotgun coming you, shooting you from
Literally,
behind.
exactly. See, that's a loyal
That's
watcher.
a-
Like
That's
like
a real
Lenny
listener.
from of Mice and
I didn't
Men.
even know we
Nice.
released that episode.
Bro,
Yeah,
you
it's out,
literally
bro.
uploaded it yesterday. You nutter.
Go check it out. Go check it out.
Yeah, please do. Anyway, Hamza, you got a fact?
Yeah, I can go next. Sure. All right.
That is what we agreed. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, worldwide battle royale, 1v1 every single human being to the death. How many fights would you need? You would at most need 33 fights to be crowned the undefeated pound for pound champion of the world, and that's including all 8 billion people on Earth. So, do you think you could win this?
No
Wow,
way.
33. 33.
Yes. Now I
Bro.
hope the maths works out on this. I checked a little bit, so I think it is okay. I think it works out that way. Brackets, isn't it? So
That does make sense.
Volk would
Exponentials
still
and that.
win.
Yeah,
Volk
that's what
would
I'm
still
saying.
win.
Volk would still.
How many
win.
rounds do you think you're lasting? Lucky draw. Lucky draw.
Completely random. You
mean,
could face like
in
you could
what?
face like 6 like embryos in a row.
Ooh.
Thing is, isn't there like a 1 in 7 chance you're gonna face like a 10-year-old kid? Like,
Fucking
Oh, I'm
kill
telling you,
take
that,
on a
that
10-year-old.
kid is getting yeeted, bro.
M's, bro.
Differently. I hope I get like 5 kids in a row.
Headshot bang.
Um, yeah. No, but how
That's
many
too
wins you getting in a row? Let's be real.
I'm saying 3, and then I'm gonna get paired up with Brock Lesnar. This can be the end of me.
What if you get paired up with Brock in first round, bro? Then what?
Then it's 1.
He's eating
It's not
you for
even
lunch.
1. It's not even 1.
One.
That's imminent death.
Yeah, you got no wins. You're 0-1, bro, permanently.
Yeah.
Shit, KD,
Oh
man.
yeah, I don't know, but negative KD, bro.
I'm saying 2. I'm saying 2 or 3. I back that because you're most likely get. I reckon you probably will get faced off with a kid.
yeah, like you'd have to be unlucky to not get a kid.
Realistically,
Yeah.
yeah. some poor man out there is just like Mike Tyson, right?
Now imagine if you get a
That's a
a
long
kid
day.
and a woman. Oh.
Saying Titanic, bro.
Instant
This is
win,
Battle
right?
to the death. This is Battle Royale, bro. It's not Titanic, bro.
Are you gonna be the gentleman and let the woman win?
Bro, some woman will knock our heads off, bro.
I mean, it's either let the
Totally.
woman when you
Or
die.
UFC,
so-
of course. Yeah, literally, yeah. So can someone confess that they'd beat up a woman on the pod then?
No.
No,
all,
no.
all
So
in
you would
favor. All in favor.
Of what?
Bro,
if
being a
it's like-
woman.
If it's life or death, I'm beating up a woman, bro.
I mean,
I
that is
don't care.
equality, to be fair. That is
Equality,
equality.
man.
It would be sexist
100%.
for you to have different standards for women.
Honestly,
Exactly,
yeah.
bro.
You know what? It's true. It's
Who
true.
do, so who do you think? That's the question then. Who do you think out of everyone on the planet right now, who is winning in a fight to the death?
I mean, it's definitely a UFC fighter, right?
Yeah,
It's a short list. A short list. You're gonna
You
have
know-
combat veterans. So
You know what it is, though? That's the people that we know. There's also millions of people that we don't know that are probably even more skilled that just don't want to compete.
See,
So-
me and Holmes have had this discussion, and the problem with that natural genius element is the thing is all these professional athletes, they all get better through this extensive high level training. You know what I mean?
No, I'm saying
there's-
it could be like a military man. It could be like a guy
Oh,
that's
military
learned, like,
man.
I'm saying a guy that learns like
That's true.
judo, BJJ, and all these kind of things, but they just don't compete. They're not in front of the big screen, so we don't see it.
But-
But they could still kill someone that we don't know. That
I see what you're saying. That's kind of like someone out there might be faster than Usain Bolt, but at the same time, I think when you're a UFC champion, you've put in over a decade of
Yeah.
training every single day.
True.
So I think just statistics, anyone can land a punch. Anyone can land a punch. That's
But
usually
what's to
one
say they
punch, yeah.
haven't? What's to say they haven't trained too?
That's true.
I'm gonna say it would be someone like a sumo wrestler because they have to survive 33 fights, right? And they've
That's
got like
valid.
natural protection. They've got like natural
That's
armor.
valid, you know.
It's actually true. you know.
One takedown from a sumo wrestler on John Jones.
Long
How's you
day.
gonna handle someone who's 600 pounds of raw sushi, bro?
poke his eyes, bro?
A little bit more than sushi, but I get your point.
Bro, it's mad. I'm telling you.
Mm.
Nah, it's interesting. Realistically, though, probably a UFC fighter and probably the current heavyweight champion of the world,
Yeah.
or some other heavyweight from the
Yeah.
UFC division, or any other big fighting organization. To be fair,
Thing is, though, it
Mama
is-
used to on Brock Lesnar.
the thing is,
forever.
though, the thing
He
is
is the
though,
alpha male of our species.
Yeah, it's so much dependent on draw, though, isn't it? Let's be real. What if the UFC fighter gets faces UFC fighter, boxer? You know what I'm saying? Kickboxer, like
Nah,
then
you
you're
get some healing time in it.
screwed. You get like a vibe.
Stem cells. You,
You
get
get an
an
easy
easy
vibe.
Panama.
You get a
get
couple
some stem
kids.
cells.
Oh, okay.
Come back.
All right,
Yeah,
all
yeah.
right.
Man said he popped the slurp juice after his fucking battle, bro.
Slurp juice. Yeah, slurp juice, bro. All right, go on then, Massa. Drop us with that.
All right, so okay, you know what? I've got 2 here. Pick a mix: Olympics or fruit. Which one do you guys want?
Fruit just entices me more. I don't know why. Something
Okay.
about it just seems.
That one was my good one. I was hoping it'd be saved. All right, so according to the scientific definition, strawberries are not technically berries, neither raspberries or blackberries, right? According to biologists, strawberry is a false fruit. So what we normally see as the seeds on the strawberry is actually the fruit embedded in it.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
What So that's the actual fruit aspect, and then it's embedded into like the fleshy fruit bit.
Oh,
Wait, so
the
the
seeds
seeds
of
the
grows
fruit.
on it.
So the seeds of the actual fruit, the red bit is the false fruit. There's actually a term for this from botanists. They call it a pseudocarp. So the seeds are the
Pseudocarp.
actual fruit. Yeah. So technically,
wild.
a strawberry is a pseudocarp filled with fruit. If that makes sense, because the seeds are the
Interesting.
actual fruit. So by definition, stuff like a watermelon and I think a banana are actually berries by the scientific definition, but not a strawberry.
Don't
Or-
bananas share like 10% of the DNA with us or something? Let me get
I
fact
read
check
that
while you
somewhere.
can
No,
discuss.
something. A fruit does. A fruit does. There is a fruit that does. I read that somewhere in a fun facts book.
What was that fun facts book, bro? What the flip? How much do you pay for that fun facts book?
Bro, I was a child, man. I don't fucking remember.
Apparently, there's 60% similarity
In
With
what?
the banana.
with a with a banana, bro.
Wow.
I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, some
DNA.
I've heard fungus are more similar to us than even that.
mad.
Like I don't know
banana,
what it
bro.
is, but
I'm calling cap. I don't know about you, man. I'm
Whoa.
just denying the years of work from the scientists.
Wait, hold. What about monkeys?
Sorry, Ansh. Your PhD, worthless. It's worthless. Even though it's a physics, it's worthless.
What about monkeys then? How much do they share the same as us? If
If it's less than a banana,
I mean, it's
something's
definitely not less than a banana, bro. First of all, banana ain't
wrong,
living.
98.8. 98.8.
Yeah, I mean, if a banana is 60%, makes sense. Adds up. Adds up, bro. Should I grab my
what
banana
about a
downstairs?
chimp eating a banana? Got to be 100%, in it.
You know what? That maths adds up. 98.8% plus 60 definitely equals 100. Yeah, factorial in that. See?
Yeah. Oh, good.
good.
Yeah, these are the weird ones, isn't it? Like tomato and stuff like that. It's a fruit.
Yeah,
not a
like
veg, but-
avocado. Avocado's a fruit. Yeah.
Yeah, if you eat avocados.
Favorite fruit?
Like I said last episode, finish yourself.
favorite fruit. I
Yeah,
like guava.
avocado's banger. Guava, interesting. Horseshoe? Hamza?
Pound
Don't
for
say
pound,
banana.
apple.
Okay.
Or,
apple.
or mango. Pakistani mangoes, shout out, best in the world.
Oh yeah, those are good.
Yeah,
God.
we got the right side of that borderline.
The thing about mangoes, if I just don't
Seasonal,
have them
innit?
with Yeah.
Seasonal, innit?
Got to go with
But
apple.
Pound for pound though, prime. In their prime,
Peak
mango,
levels.
mango.
Peak levels.
mango.
Peak levels mango.
On every day, I'm
Apple.
going apple.
Yeah.
Yeah. The crunch, bro.
I'm saying watermelon. The watermelon's pound for pound, bro. For me.
That's a bit seasonal, isn't it?
I agree. I just don't have the melons enough. You know, that's the thing.
Yeah, you don't. I
Pause.
can always have them though.
That's
You
what
realised-
I'm on, bro.
Yeah,
I can't even
astaghfirullah.
say anything. You enforce, bro. You encourage this
Yeah,
guy.
bro, I have to stop
encouraged
you,
him.
innit? I have to stop you. Yeah.
Okay. All right, go on,
then,
Horseshoe.
Horseshoe.
Give us your facts.
All right. Well, speaking of fruits and speaking of strawberries, funnily enough, my Sam, that you brought that up, did you know that the electricity powering the internet weighs about the same as a strawberry? So let me explain. This is because the internet runs on electricity. Electricity is comprised of electrons, and electrons have mass. So when weighing up all the electrons and the electricity needed for the internet equals about a strawberry. Quite mad.
Well, I
Yo,
don't.
physics, explain that, please.
No, but hold on. A bigger question is, like, with the amount of technology going on right now and exponentially growing, surely that will just keep increasing, right?
Probably,
Yeah,
yeah.
it'll be two
It
strawberries.
will, yeah.
Yeah, 2 strawberries.
A basket of strawberries, yeah.
Well, I mean,
Ooh.
electricity is basically just energy, innit? Essentially.
Well
in a
done,
way.
Chief. It is.
What
it
does that-
basically-
why is that
it
explained?
literally
Basically
is.
just-
No, it's not
it's-
basically. It is.
No, what I mean, like, it's basically, yeah, I guess that kind of makes sense. We don't really think about it, innit?
What have you
Yeah,
Equals
explained,
MC
Hamza?
squared in that.
Yeah, we don't actually know what that means. Yeah. That's just the buzzword to us. Non-physics dons, honestly.
I love that.
Oh, man.
Yeah, strawberries,
That's
man.
that's nuts, bro. Shout out strawberries,
Yeah, man. Shout out strawberries, man.
Electro?
the most
That-
elite fruits.
The false fruit, bruv.
Yeah, exactly. The false fruit. Did you
And
say
you
shout
got-
out electrons? Did I hear that correctly?
Isn't it Electro, the guy from Spider-Man?
Oh, yeah, it is.
Oh yeah.
Bro,
Yeah.
unique, bro. Move on. Move on. I don't know why I give you the time of the day,
I'm just saying that so I can put hashtag Spider-Man in the episode for more views. Innit? Like,
Smart man.
I'll go in it.
Smart man.
Why don't we then all do hashtag Star Wars? Because I see your Darth Vader in the background.
Yeah, to be fair though.
Mandalorian season 3. There you go. Now you can chuck that on the title.
Buzzword. Elon. Jeff. All right, go on then. Actually, let's with another one.
Here's another one. All right, so I'm sure all of you know about the multiverse theory. It's this interpretation of quantum mechanics. It's kind of like if you flip a coin, there's one universe where it's landed in heads, another universe where it's landed tails, right? So the same principle could be applied to your body, right? With your cells and all this stuff happening, it's kind of like coin flips happening with your body all the time. So if you imagine things that can cause your aging and your death, those are also like coin flips. So if you think about it, according to this theory, there's one universe where you are immortal because basically all the coin flips go the right way, such that your body just doesn't age and like everything goes perfectly. And you will experience that world because you're not going to experience the worlds where you die. You're just going to continue, your consciousness will stay in the world where you're immortal. So that could be, that could be true.
Did we just find the
based on
did we just find the answer to immortality? Say less.
Just go to a different bro. These facts are discombobulated.
Also, I like how the theme is clearly life and death. That's two now. That's two. Let's just start increasing. I thought immediately what you're going to say is at any one moment in any multiverse, you're constantly dying. That's what I thought you were leading up to there.
Nah. It's because, like, if you imagine, like, one...
It's kind of like the butterfly effect in a way, isn't it? It's like how different...
Yeah, kind of like that. And like,
I'm just high level understanding of physics is unreal, right?
No.
Electricity,
energy,
right?
Energy.
I don't want to hear it from Bayless
Butterflies
Bio.
and strawberry.
I don't hear nothing about science from Bayless Bio, okay? I did physics.
What'd you get? What'd you
Definition
get?
of did
What'd
is
you
very
get?
loose.
What'd you get?
Right, but I did physics.
Well, we all did physics at one point in our lives.
you did physics and paid so much attention, you forgot about this guy who was sitting right next to you.
Yeah, that's true.
Not wrong. You're not wrong.
Shout out that guy.
Abe. Shout out Abe.
Don't even the time of day. Don't even mention his name.
Don't even mention his name.
Abe's name out, yo.
I love that.
All right, Hamza,
Oh, man.
impress us.
All right. So, okay. Point Nemo is the most remote place on the entire planet. So one side of the Earth is essentially completely empty. Over 2,000 miles from the nearest inhabited land, it lies between Antarctica, New Zealand, and Chile. And at that point, you're closer to the International Space Station than any other human on Earth. The International Space Station is actually going to crash there soon in the next decade, alongside most other satellites that have come before it, being lost forever. From one empty, limitless void to another.
Wow,
That's crazy.
that is insane.
You weren't
Where is
lying when
it?
you said Instagram facts, innit? You weren't lying.
it?
I saw that literally 2 days ago. Literally. It's crazy though.
Describe where it is again. Where is it geographically?
So you got Antarctica below you. You've
Yeah.
got New Zealand that way, and then you got Chile on the other, and it's literally right in the middle
Wow.
of that.
Is it like in the ocean? Is this point, or is it the
Yeah.
land there?
So it's the
Oh, in
Pacific.
No, it's middle ocean. Yeah,
Pacific
you're not
Ocean.
near any land. Yeah.
Wow, bro, the
How-
Pacific
well,
Ocean is scary.
It was
Over
dubbed the
2,000
loneliest
miles.
place on Earth because you can't see nothing. It's just
Wow.
water.
2,000 miles. Over 2,000 miles.
That sounds like Hamza's bloody favorite holiday destination.
In
Am I
it.
wrong?
Yeah, but I'm gonna
Innit?
be chilling there on a boat, and then the International Space Station is gonna yeet me, bro.
Yeah,
Imminent death.
that's your biggest
Imminent
problem.
death, bro.
Not the fact that you can't swim. In the middle of the
I
biggest
need to
ocean on
swim
Earth.
if I'm on a boat, bro.
I'm on a boat.
How much would someone have to
Boats
pay
and
you?
Solar panels, bro.
How much?
How much would someone have to pay you to spend a week at this point on a
Bro,
boat?
Hamza would pay
£0,
them. Hamza would pay
£0.
them.
I would
Yeah,
pay
he would
them.
quite
I
literally.
would
Travel
pay
agent.
Branson.
That's his travel agent, bro.
I
You
would-
described his travel agent.
I would pay Branson to put me on a Virgin Galactic, or whatever it's called, to get me there, bro.
Same. I'd also pay Branson for him to do that for you.
Atypical to the moon, lad.
Ain't even got to Point Nemo.
Why is it called Nemo? Yeah, that's disrespect.
Because he got lost in it. He got lost.
But he got found.
Mm.
No, I think Nemo means like something
He
in
got
Latin.
found. They didn't finish the Pixar movie, bro.
Yeah.
That's poor from them, honestly.
That
Oscar?
retention, man. Retention, bro.
Retention.
Nemo means like nobody, like nothing, no one in
Oh.
Latin. So that's probably
Mad.
why.
Finding no one. because he's
Finding
lost.
no one.
Wow.
Well, that's what they
Oh
say about
my
Nemo,
God.
isn't it? If we're gonna put another fact in there, that apparently his dad just hallucinated because he lost his son, and that he was, he's
That's
he's
a
trying
that's
to,
an episode we should revisit. All those
Yeah.
what are they called?
Phineas and Ferb.
Phineas and
as
Ferb,
well.
bro.
It's all the
Yeah.
cartoon
Cold.
theories. Bro,
Like,
what the
fuck
Rugrats
this.
one?
Fuck this. Let's do that. Let's do that. bro.
Yeah. Scrap this episode. Scrap this
episode,
episode,
bro.
That's a bit
If you
concerning.
want to see that though, let us know.
Let us know.
Let us know.
No,
Let's
we're
know,
gonna do
please.
that. That's my idea. I'm literally having the idea doc. I just literally said
Well,
it.
I've already put it in there. It's got my
Race.
color on it as well.
I don't think so. All
I
right,
love it.
so let me tell you my fact. I'll tell you the Olympics one. So, you know how I love watching Olympics, in it. Like, I've been tortured for enough about watching Question 5 in the morning. Well, I can promise you, I would not watch these events. Okay, between 1912 and 1952, so like the first 4 decades of the modern Olympics, right? Looks like somebody knows. So between that period and the first 4 decades of the Olympics, the official medals, right, the official competing activities they're obviously been taken away now, because imagine these: painting, sculpture, architecture, literature, and music.
I would love that, bro. I can't lie. Imagine that, bro.
Painting.
Yes.
How do you
Bro, I would hate
competitively
that.
paint?
Yeah.
Who's paying better?
Who's painting? But it's literally subjective.
Oh, yeah, I was just about to say, art is not subjective in that
Yeah,
case. It's objective.
they're quite literally all of them. Sculpture. These are
Yeah.
all artisans, basically. They're all subjective. I don't know how the hell they're gifted, but anyway, I think they've now renounced those medals. They don't even count them, because when I looked into this,
That's peak. Bro.
it's peak. Because when I
If
looked
you
into
compete,
this,
you compete.
I
I mean,
agree.
those people are dead by now, but that's not the point.
Let me tell you, this Don's definitely dead. Okay, because he won the medal at 72 years old, bro, in 1952.
I like that.
And
You never know.
Though.
definitely dead, bro. Definitely dead. He's definitely dead. That's
He could be
Bailey's bio,
immortal.
bro.
Coin flips. Coin flips.
Yeah.
He'll be alive.
Somewhere there, he's still alive.
So, Argentina, bro.
So
He's spotting
yeah.
Hitler like my God.
Okay.
Okay,
so
no one's
Some things don't need to be said out loud, innit?
But he's there, bro.
Edit that.
With Tupac as well.
We'll do back. Okay. Which one of them 5 are you watching though? I need to know. I know which one he's
Say them
choosing.
again.
Painting, sculpture, architecture, literature, and music.
I wonder what architecture consists of.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Literature sounds the most dead. You're just watching people write.
Yeah, I feel like that's poems, bro. I feel like the people
Spoken
just be
word.
reading out poems.
Slam
Yeah.
poetry.
That's old school.
I do
bars,
not
bro.
know what to say.
Slam
To
poetry.
be or not to be. Yeah,
You know,
Atypical slam poetry coming soon.
that guy would not even get a medal, because that's fraudery. Because the guy wrote that like, about 400 years prior to that event. Honestly,
Nah, I didn't say a cunt. I know what you're talking about.
True. He said cunteth. That's what he said. That's what he said.
To be or not to be contest.
You're
That's
censoring all of this. Fantastic. All right.
Oh my
Moshe,
God.
I'm guessing you heard that one.
I would say it's actually between two. I actually want to see what art was like how competitive art would work, but also
Yeah.
music, as you said, yeah.
Yeah, I feel like, I think the painting one probably be my number one. Speed draw, bro.
Imagine.
Like draw my
Draw my
thing
life.
style. Draw
Yeah,
my
draw
thing.
my
But
thing.
they have to guess what you drew in like 5 seconds.
Jay's
I'd watch
finally-
that.
Jay's riveting etch a sketch, professional competitive etch a sketch, bro.
Competitive etch a sketch. Oh,
He's
it'd be
gonna
so
watch
good.
Check out
He's gonna
AI
watch
on
his
our
back bricked
episode.
up, bro.
Listen.
You
Listen, I can promise you one thing, right? And competitive edge sketch, he'd still finish last. Beddyism, bro. Beddyism.
100% Beddyism.
Beddyism. You
If
tell
know,
him to
you
draw
know.
something in 5 seconds. He'd be like, wait a second, hold up, wait. And that's it.
I've
Time's
got
up.
questions. I've got questions.
I've got questions. I've got to ask you. Time's up. I'm telling you, I would put any money in the world.
Have you got Jay's that type of guy? Yeah, just whatever you say, man, he's gotta ask questions.
Yeah.
It can be the simplest thing, like, bro, can you pass me that apple? Oh yeah, which apple? Granny Smith. Do you want it like? Which
Why
one
not
do
an
you want, bro?
orange?
Gala,
Why not a
honey?
banana?
Yeah, bro. Come
Endless
on, man, all these different
questions.
type of ones, 100%. Just do the job. Alright, sorry.
People actually voted him to take care of their kids over me. Outrageous.
Unbelievable, bro. He's like, oh, what kid? What kid?
Which all right, I'll take it
And
away.
we're back.
We're back. We're back.
And
We're
we're back.
Patron
Well, speaking of
No.
in 20 years. Right, go
in
on.
20 years. Speaking of children, did you know that children Sorry, I'll read it. I need to read it. Cut this bit out, bro. Cut this shit out, fam.
Or should cut this bit out.
Did you know that? So we've all we've all got a fridge. We all got like.
I mean, no.
Bro, I'm trying to.
Shall I look at how many people in the UK have a fridge before you make your generalizing statement?
No, we've all got a fridge, right? Us four have got a fridge, right?
Yeah, I got a smeg.
So,
Smeg.
Bro, you reminded me about something. I'm getting like, okay, hold on.
no,
Carry
tell
on.
the story. Tell the story. Please tell the story. You have to now.
Okay.
gonna
I'm
forget
actually getting like these dodgy Trojan horse flipping emails to my main email from Smeg accounts talking about a
After-
Smeg toaster.
What's smeg?
Bruv.
Isn't that the stuff on your dick? What?
That's also what Hoshi thought, but no, they're the,
Yes,
It's
Smeg
a
was
the
a
electrical
bougie
company.
brand of
It is,
appliances.
Right. Okay.
Very bougie. All right.
Mm.
Sorry, Hashi.
No problem. So basically, us four all have a fridge. I hope. If not, I'm sorry for offending you. But did you know that refrigerators have magnets because children used to die in them? So before like a certain time, kids used to get into the fridge and then die because they only used to open up from the outside. So a huge number of children just froze to death, bro.
Wow.
It's really
I mean,
peak.
Oof.
Natural selection.
Wait, what?
Natural selection, bro. You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
Bro, you're a
fine.
physicist, not a biologist. Wait, hold on. I'm confused on something. What, the kids just running in the fridge?
Yeah,
Hide and seek, innit?
Hide and seek, bro.
Bro, I can't
Hide
lie
and
to you.
freeze and die. More like
Have you not tried to like put your hand
what?
in the
Hide
fridge?
in the fridge? No, no.
I can't lie. I think it's a common thing, you know. People
Really?
people definitely used to do that.
Mm.
Like I didn't used to sit in the fridge, but I definitely used to watch at least. And this is me. I used to watch and see if the light would go off as I closed the fridge
Yeah,
and stuff like
obviously.
that. So if you're a child and you like, you know, you're enticed
I'd
by
love to
that,
get locked in the fridge for a little bit, innit? Just like
cool down a
or
bit. innit?
freezer, innit? Just for a little bit. I mean, see what it feels like, innit?
Yeah,
What
it's
a
fine.
weirdo, bro. Just have a cold shower.
Nah. Because that's
Bro.
not uniform.
Nah,
innit?
yeah, as a child as well, you're not sitting in a fucking. You're not Joe Rogan waking up and taking an ice bath, bro. Like, I'm jumping in the fridge.
in the fridge.
Okay, hold on, Hamza. There's nothing stopping you right now from going downstairs and hiding in your fridge.
Bro, my fridge is. I mean, we got to take everything out though, innit? And then I'll get in. It's a bit long.
Is it okay?
Yeah, like
He's
there's
also nearly
all the
6 foot,
shows.
bruv.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like
Yo,
how
nearly.
how how are these kids strong enough to open the fridge door, but small enough to climb onto a shelf? Like, I don't get it.
The fridge door isn't that hard to open.
But like they have to be small enough.
There's no magnet, right? It's just
there's no
opens.
magnet. Yeah, I guess that makes sense.
There we go.
That's why there
Alright
are
then.
magnets now.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Go
Madness.
on, Anch. That's with your last fact.
Last fact. So, according to the laws of physics, there's matter and there's antimatter, and antimatter is kind of like there's no reason why it should be different to matter apart from it's just the opposite, equal and opposite, right? So the laws of physics treat them equally. So at the beginning of the universe, there were like billions and billions of these particles, and we had billions of matter particles, billions of antimatter particles. But now imagine for every billion matter particles, for every billion antimatter particles, you had a billion plus one matter particle, right? So those billion matter and antiparticles would cancel each other out. So to have one left, apparently that little difference is what's led to everything we have today. The stars, the galaxies, us. If it was perfectly
Jesus
equal,
Christ.
nothing would
Mad.
exist. It would all just be light. But
It'll
because of
be
that little
negated.
imperfection, we exist.
That's so beautiful. I can't
Oh,
lie.
you're
I'm gonna shed a fucking
present,
tear, bro.
oh,
I can't lie,
you
fam.
Yeah.
You're perfect.
Oh, fuck. Banger though, can't lie. But that is actually
Thank you.
crazy. That is
That's
actually wild.
nuts.
The fact that the whole universe was based potentially. Is this proven or is this?
Oh,
Something
this is
that's
legit.
become-
We're trying to figure out, because the laws of physics treat them equally, we're trying to figure out why this imperfection was there in the first place. Because that's literally
Nuts.
like, the
The
reason why
anomaly,
everything
anomaly.
exists.
Yeah,
Like, it's
the
a
theory
real
of everything,
question.
bro. That's
Mad
crazy.
people actually believe that though.
Oh my god. Here we go.
Masha, I know you want to agree with me. I know you want
That's
to
a
agree
debate
with me.
for another episode.
Yeah, we'll save that for another. That would be a 10-part series on the existence of the universe with completely uneducated hosts. Bar one.
Nah, I was gonna say that with no religious scholars.
Yeah, no, but that's what makes it fun.
also, what's to say that the reason that's not there is because of a certain something? You know, that's the way I interpreted it.
Yeah.
Nah, that is interesting though. That is cool. But that makes sense though, innit? If everything's balanced, then that's weird though.
So what you're saying
It's
is yin and yang
amazing.
is wrong. Say less, bro.
Well, listen, but even
There
with
is
yin and
always
yang,
good.
bro, with
There's
the
always
white meets
good
the
in-
black, there's the
exactly.
grey, bro.
Yeah, and there's also
That's the
good.
humanity.
What did
in
you
the
call
yin and
me?
yang.
Oh,
I called you grey.
You're a great
Hand
thing.
off the grey.
that's offensive,
Shout
bro.
out.
Shout out. Yeah.
Oh,
But
dead.
yeah.
Damn.
Mad.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
You lot. What time are we on?
We're on 31.
Oh yeah, turn it off, bro. It's calm.
No,
Let me
actually,
just
nothing
rip
just
through
now.
let me just rip through these last ones then.
Sure. I've just got one word and one.
So,
Yeah.
All right, cool. I'll go with mine. It's funny. I left the longest one till the end, but all right. Anyways, so Toxoplasma gondii is a parasite capable of infecting virtually all warm-blooded animals, but cats are the main target. And studies also show that 50% of the world's human population could be infected with it as well. This parasite only sexually reproduces in cat intestines and is transmitted to them and then picked up by rodents. And it increases the rodents' abilities to be preyed upon by cats by increasing the rodents' explorative behaviors and basically just making sure rodents don't hate cats as much as they would usually. That leads to the rodents then being killed and eaten by the cats, letting the parasitic cycle live on. So in humans, if you catch it, it can be asymptomatic, but it can also lead to an increased risk of psychiatric disorders like schizophrenia and bipolar. And these manipulations in behavior by the parasite are the key to its adaptation and survival. So the question is, if you got a cat out there, is your cat a parasite? Because
So what you're saying are cat ladies are psychotic. That's what you're trying to say.
it kind of makes sense now. What if all those cat ladies have that parasite? I didn't even think about that, you know?
Well, so I made
Bro.
your fact better. Great, nice.
Yeah, bro.
Great.
I didn't think about it from that angle.
You,
innit?
you involve no critical analysis into your fact. You just read it and spewed it
It's just a
out.
fact, bro.
Okay.
We did the analysis after the fact. Literally after the fact.
There's no retrospective into the fact.
No,
You just read.
no.
You just copy Control C, Control P,
Control B.
Control P, bro. Computer science
what are
done.
you using,
I'm finished. Control P. I got different bindings.
I
Control
can't
P.
believe it. Wait, two things. Wait. So firstly, that's a smart as fuck virus, right? That's insane. But two, did you call it Gandhi, bro?
Yeah, that's why I heard.
Gandhi.
I was like,
Toxoplasma.
Actual
Gondor.
what?
Gondor.
Gandhi.
The king of Gondor.
That's wild though. That's crazy.
I mean, parasites are mental. There's so many different parasites.
You know what? That's a
Parasites
good
are
series.
Crazy.
That,
Parasites
I'm gonna
I
add that
watched
also your idea.
the first episode.
Mm,
Can recommend.
Yeah.
I need to watch, man.
Yeah. It links to the like Last of Us and the fungi type stuff as well. It's all very similar, isn't it?
Yeah,
Cordyceps or whatever it is.
Is that the same virus? Like before we turn it off, Masan, you probably have a better insight on this. But the virus in Last of Us, was that based off that zombie virus in insects where it takes control of shit and then it,
Yeah.
okay, yeah, that's
Yeah.
wild, man.
In fact, they
That's-
even address it like that in the show.
That's mad
Yes.
because it actually exists. That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
It's actually pretty cool. Slight spoiler. In the show, they even say that they flash back to 1960s and they talk about that.
oh,
They're like,
mad.
oh, there's a so and so that does, but they're like, what? It would never attack humans. And they're like, oh, maybe it would if the global conditions change
Mm,
because it needs to adjust to different temperatures.
Yeah.
Basically, talking
hotter.
about global
Got you.
global warming.
mad.
Yeah. Watch
Very
that show,
interesting.
bruv. What are you
Okay.
doing? The only person on this podcast want to watch it.
I apologize.
All right, let's rip through these last facts.
Cool.
then.
Last one. I'll just say it really briefly. I was watching a TV show. Very interesting TV show because packaged sandwiches in the UK weren't a thing until the 1980s, and the people responsible for them were M&S. So prior to M&S, nobody sold sandwiches because they were of the
Mad.
idea. Yeah, I know. And it was only in the 1980s, and I think the first sandwich they sold was salmon and cucumber, I think. And their idea was, why would we ever package food that people can just make at home?
Mad.
And 1980s, by the way, so it's nuts. In 40 years of consumption, everything now is about like convenience.
So
Convenience.
true.
And
So
40 years
true.
ago, they're like, why would people do that? And that was obviously a massive, massive hit for them.
That's
so there
crazy.
you go. So M&S are responsible for why you got a BLT, mate.
That's mad.
Yeah.
M&S are technically responsible for Subway, surely. In
I
a way.
mean, it's a bit
That's American,
American in it. Daily Times is
True,
kind of
true,
differently.
true.
but still though.
Mad.
yeah.
I remember
crazy, bro.
reading like the biggest obstacle for the packaged sandwich industry was like tomatoes, because tomatoes are such a soggy, because there's so much water, right? So wet. So you
Mm.
put them in a sandwich, like fresh tomato, like if they spend 1 or 2 days in the fridge, it's just gonna be soggy. So they had to
Mm.
figure out a way to like dehydrate it, but also still taste fresh. And I can't remember exactly
Mad.
how they did it, but that was like an innovation they had, and that's what
Yes.
allowed.
GMOs
No,
in
that's
our
actually
tomatoes.
what Subway do, bro. Because I can't I worked there for like 3 shifts at uni. I don't know if you lot remember. Do you remember?
I do.
You
I do.
remember? Yeah. And,
How could I forget, bro?
how could you forget, bro? We saw like the bread come in, the different ingredients come in, and it was wild. Like it didn't look like food, and then a little bit of water, and then the whole. It's like space food in a way. Like you dehydrate the whole thing, and then
Isn't it Subway that had the thing where in Ireland legally you can't even call it bread, like Subway bread?
Yeah.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I saw that. Yeah.
Yeah.
'Cause the amount
It
of
comes,
sugar.
bro. It came in like little thin tubes. Like the bread was little thin tubes, and then you chuck it in this machine, like the the machine they pull the bread out from, innit? The big
oven.
yeah. It's not. It's not an
You
oven.
work there?
It's technically not an oven, but
Oh,
yeah,
right,
the
okay.
oven. You could call it the oven. Let's call it the oven for the sake of argument. But yeah, it basically inflates it and hydrates it, and then yeah,
Mad.
crazy.
Yeast rises with heat.
Wow.
Mad.
Don't do the whole science thing with me, big man. Don't do the whole science thing with me.
Hit through the next
I had to work in Starbucks to know blood rises. What am I doing?
Starbucks, yeah.
There's a Starbucks. Oh, I'm
He's at
fumbling the
Starbucks.
bag, bro.
Wait,
I'm
turn it
back
off.
to back. I'm finished. I'm control P in Starbucks,
Go
bro.
with your next fact.
Wrap up.
All right, let me wrap it up. Okay, let me take you back to the gladiator days. In the times of gladiators, when warriors were struck down and killed, members of the audience would jump down from the Colosseum stands and drink the blood of the fallen, as they believed that this would give them the strength of the warrior.
Mad.
Fucking crazy, bro.
With the blood of the fallen, the one who lost.
Yeah, as in people. I mean, like, yeah.
What do you want to drink the blood of the winner?
Yeah, but how you gonna drink his blood? You're gonna go lick him, bro. Like,
I mean, you beat him.
It
So
lick
what
his
you're trying to say
wounds.
is, yeah, they drank the blood of the fallen to be strong enough to then kill the guy who's actually the winner.
So
So then
my
drink
logic-
his blood, and then this and then the
Is that kind
cycle.
of with?
yeah.
Is that kind of with the saying like the blood of a warrior like flows through my veins because they drank it and so they could say it themselves?
You think Orshu knows that? He's just gonna
No,
say yeah.
listen, I'm doing the quick analysis that you
Yeah.
Oh, nice, well done. You learned
I'm a
some
quick
stuff.
learner. I'm a quick learner. Fun fact. Oh man,
Oh, what a mess.
Oh, dead.
Maybe.
that's wild though.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's crazy.
there we go
Hey,
then.
it's just a fact. A fun
Just like in
fact.
Gladiator style, give that a thumbs up or a thumbs down if you liked it.
Ooh.
What's gonna happen when we get the thumbs down, bro?
Well, no one can see it because YouTube.
Sounds
won't.
like a them.
All right. Well, thank you, Anch, for coming on, being a guest for this episode. You had good facts, thankfully.
It's a pleasure being here.
Guest who did not fail. Thank God. I like the IRL video. Check out our socials and everything as per usual. Link tree in the description at the Atypical Podcast. Thank you again, Anch. It's been your usual suspects, as Jay would like to say, but he isn't here, so screw him. We'll catch you on the next episode. Peace out.